Good evening.
Hey.
No, it's not evening.
Not evening. What happened? The sun is still up, Grayden. Why are we here this early?
Well, we heard there was going to be a longer council this evening because there's so much stuff to get through.
And it's a Tuesday, and we don't always have council on Tuesday on the same night as Mayor's Update. So we had to squeeze in Mayor's Update earlier in the day.
Yep.
So all your good news gets out to you before we get to council and, do more good news later tonight. But we have a guest.
A very special guest.
Yes.
Angela DeVries, the CEO of the St. Thomas-Elgin Home Builders Association, is here to tell us all about their amazing show that's coming up this weekend, one of the biggest shows in St. Thomas.
Right.
And she's also going to talk about the new buyers' incentives for buying homes in Ontario.
Great. St. Thomas needs to build a lot more homes, and we've been doing a lot. I mean, it's been an incredible place to find a new home. We keep attracting more people. Now we've got new ways to make them more affordable. First, the home show, though. Home show Friday, Saturday, Friday night, really from 5 o'clock on.
5 to 9.
Right. All day Saturday.
Absolutely.
And all day Sunday. A shorter bit of hours on Sunday. Ending at 5?
Yes, on 5 p.m.
Great.
on Sunday.
All right. What do you hope for at the home show? Great, warm, sunny weather, or
great question.
pour down rain? Because I think if it's ugly out, people can't be out in their yards, and so they come to the home show.
Absolutely. So a light drizzle works really well for the home show.
Yeah.
A light snow, cold
-2.
weather.
Yeah.
The last 3 or 4 days of weather is what we hope
really
for.
would work this weekend,
Yes.
but it's going to be a little better than that. So you can get out of the house and come on out to the home show. But I'm always amazed. I like to spend almost the whole weekend there because I like to talk, and it's a place I can just wander around. People know who I am, and they ask me questions. But you should see all the neat stuff there is at our home show in St. Thomas.
Absolutely.
It is incredible, right?
Yes.
And how I have to resist buying.
How many vendors? What's a rough estimate on the number of vendors?
Well, we are sold out, and I would like to give credit to Kim Gordon, our home show coordinator, who does an absolutely fantastic job filling all the spots possible. In fact, she was searching for spaces that we could, put additional tables just for those community groups and things like that. So well over 100 vendors, well over $6,000 worth of prizes to be found throughout the show, and free Wendy's burgers.
Oh yeah, for every admission you get a free hamburger.
I mean,
that's like getting in for free almost. That's
right. That's right.
Yeah, and what's the cost to attend again?
$12, and ages 12 and under are free.
Right. Amazing.
Yes.
And there's always popcorn, which is one of my favorite things.
Yes. Is there popcorn again this year?
Complimentary popcorn at entrance.
Wait a second. Absolutely. The popcorns never say anything nice about me. I don't know this complimentary.
Oh, yeah. They're very complimentary to me. I always say, nice hair. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes you feel good as you're walking in the door.
Yeah.
We don't have any fun doing the show.
Right. We were talking about weather. So one thing I'd love to point out is that there is a shuttle. So if the parking is full near the arena, and we have a great group of people that helps us manage the car, it's the traffic. If you need to go somewhere else to park, we do have a shuttle from Gearlink's Home Hardware over to the arena, right to the front door. So,
and that's really helpful for certainly people running booths or manning booths.
Yes,
not to take up all the great parking for the guests who are paying $12 to get in. Right. Yes. So I'm reminding, much like we do with the downtown parking. Hey, merchant, don't park in front of your store. And at the home show, don't take up the good parking. Take the shuttle. You'll get it back. We'll get you back over there. Yeah. We'll give you 2 hamburgers if that's what it takes to entice you.
So you can park at Gearlink's Home Hardware and get a shuttle.
Yes.
Is there parking across the street over in the Elgin?
The museum.
The museum parking lot. That's people parked there in the past. So they're still parking there?
We have parked there in the past, and people are welcome to park there, but the shuttle will be going from Gearlink's.
You're walking across what might be a muddy field.
Oh, always. Right. Yeah, I've definitely done that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the official people just park there whether we suggest that or not.
Right. We're not going to tell them.
It's not an official parking lot.
Not official. Okay.
No. Right. Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Okay.
And then also, you're talking about the prizes and giveaways. Yes. Like I think 1 year, Elgin Plumbing was giving away plungers. And
Yeah, everybody, for the last 2 years, people wander around with plungers.
I love it. Yeah.
There's always a lot of fun sort of knickknacks and a lot of treats, balloons for kids, things like that. This is really an all ages event. And if you're open to
we hand out all sorts of stuff. We have a nice city booth and we hand out little things with little elephants and stuff.
Love the elephants. And the Downtown Development Board, which is what I'm a part of, will also have a booth right by the city. And
you're right beside it, so we can share.
We can just toss elephants back and forth all day.
So if we get pizza or something, we have to share.
We have to share, yeah. If I go get pizza, I'll get pizza for you and vice versa.
Okay, very good. Covered. Why Not Cookies is always there. They keep me in my coffee, which I need to stay warm and good. Right? And I get my cookies.
Yeah. And then what are some other unique vendors that are going to be there that people might not expect? Because last year there was a whole mini home that was outside in the parking lot.
We don't have a mini home this year. We do have some new builders that are members of ours that haven't been in the show for a while that will be there that can talk all about options for current homes, additional dwelling units, things like that.
Perfect. So many of your members are also renovators. Absolutely. Not so much a complete home builder, but they do both. But for things like ARUs, alternate rental units and stuff, that's a common thing that's happening now in our community. So great to hear that we've got some of them there too.
Yes, absolutely.
And then also, we're going to talk a little bit about the new incentives for home buyers that are going on, because there's so many that are flying around right now. What are the rules around that?
Right. So we have some recent announcements. One of them being the federal and provincial government have announced some HST relief on the purchase of new homes. So previously this was announced that this would be for first-time home buyers only, but it does now apply to all buyers for all new homes.
And it can take a significant amount off a home.
Yes.
Up to $1 million?
So up to $1 million, you're getting the full 13%. Right.
So almost every home in St. Thomas. We don't have too many priced above that point. But that's it. So
so if you're buying a home for $700,000, you're approximately $90,000. Yeah, $90,000 to $100,000.
Yeah. See how quick my accounting came in?
It's pretty good. Yeah,
that was close, within $10,000. No.
Yes. I mean, I'm not sure.
But that's quite a saving. That's it's and that's an incentive. Yes. The new market home sales have kind of stalled. Kind of uncertainty in North America. We know what the cause of, I forgot the name of that country next to us. Yeah. But that's kind of, people are kind of being a bit hesitant. We need something to kind of jumpstart people to get back into the market and finish the growth we're doing here in St. Thomas. We're a little bit better off than a lot of the places around us because we've attracted, some pretty large industries that are under construction now. Yep. And when that finishes, that's a lot of jobs. And we'll need these people to be housed. Right. So we continue to work on it.
So it's an exciting rebate that is there for people. It expands their bandwidth, their borrowing bandwidth that, a month ago they may not have been able to.
I wasn't able to do it because that's the whole down payment. Right. Almost on a house of that size, almost the whole down payment. So if you can remove your down payment, or in fact, I'm sure there'll be some who now buy a house with a higher value because of how much they're saving on what the savings could be.
Yeah.
Right? So they were ready to buy at a lower rate, but $100,000 off the price makes it, well, what else can we look at or more readily get in?
Yeah. And some of the builders were wondering, like, say I built a house, it's still a new build, but I listed it before this was announced. Can I still give that tax rebate to the buyers? Like, say they had a model home and they were showing it, they're looking to sell it now, but it's been listed beforehand. Can they still offer that tax rebate?
Yes. So the rebate will apply. It's applicable on the date of the purchase agreement being signed. So model homes do count and do qualify for this rebate. And keeping in mind, I think we talked a little bit about this earlier, that the previous rebate was up to $24,000, and some builders, so depending who you go to speak with, may have already been building that rebate into their pricing, and so it'll be based on who the buyer goes to chat with and see how that works out. But there currently is an additional rebate there that wasn't there in March, and it's significant.
You and I were talking kind of before we came on air today about how costly it's been to build houses in the last couple of years. Yes. Just about everything that goes into a house has gone up in price. Certainly land, certainly wood, concrete, shingles, just about everything has gone up. This is going to really help the home builders give a price to people that doesn't break their bank too. I mean, it's important that home builders stay liquid in our community too, and are building homes that they can afford to build. But sometimes you just can't sit there and not do anything, and that's also what's been happening. So do you see this curing that?
Curing? I mean, the cost to build is more now than I believe it's ever been before. The supplies and everything that it takes to build a home. So there's still that side of things, and we did also have the announcement that the government's the development charge relief, and there's still a lot of details to come down the pipeline for that, and we're not there yet.
We're all searching for it.
Yes,
but we feel pretty comfortable. We've had one of the lower development charges for miles around, but we're happy to give some off that if the province and feds want to help us with that too. And that seems to be what their thought is they'll compensate the municipalities for lowering DCs. Well, fine, we're game if you want to help us with it.
Right. So this doesn't fix the cost to build at the moment, but the HST certainly will support more buyers that are out there. And so hopefully the model homes and all of our very credible, and a lot of our builders in this area are provincially and nationally recognized. And it's just a great group to work with. So we are doing what we can locally, and our province, the Ontario Home Builders Association, to inform our builders so they can put this rebate into action as soon as possible. Yeah.
And I think, like we've talked about this before, the hope is that will help lower the prices on the older builds as well, because people are able to buy the newer houses at a more affordable rate.
Yeah. It'll help hopefully stir the market forward, so more people will re-enter the market. But you know, the price of a home of that value is the price of a home of that value. Right? So,
yeah, it's exciting times, and hopefully it'll help the people that are trying to get into the market.
Right. Yeah. So come and visit these builders.
Please
at the home show.
Please get some great ideas, and hopefully we can all share a bit. We've got the city booth. I'll be there most of the time. You want to come ask us questions about things like development charges, or where are we planning, and what's happening in our community. We've got some very big buildings going on, so we can certainly share with all of that too.
Yeah. One important factor with that announcement on the HST rebate is that there is a time frame. So it's from April 1st of 2026 until March 31st of 2027. So there is a window. Obviously, we'll hope that it will be expanded. However, you know, as the cost of building hasn't went down, hopefully this rebate will at least help on the buyer side.
And you remember we have done this for market rent apartments and such too over the last couple of years, and it really has helped us attract builds in those departments too. We can't think of any one thing being housing in our community, but this is going to help us back with what we always called the single family home market. So perfect.
Well, it's like when Jess and I were looking for a house, and we were trying to look at all the prices. We're talking to home builders, and you've got the price, and then you've got the HST on top of it, which adds a significant amount. Right. So, okay, what can we get within that market? So now our viewers, they can go to the home show. That almost all the builders from the area are going to be at the home show. Yeah, you can look at the plans. They'll have their plans there, and now you get a significant cost reduction on those plans in the area, which is exciting. It's super exciting. I mean, we got our stuff sorted out, but if we had
nothing wrong with this announcement, this is a great incentive announcement. As you say, maybe it should go longer than a year. We'll see at the end of the year. But let's see what desire it tracks into this summer.
And we've got a shout out from Marcus Hawko. He runs Icebox, which runs the concessions at the different places. So I assume he's going to be open.
Marcus is helping out. And we do have, once again, the venue throughout the entire weekend is licensed so that our patrons can come and enjoy some local craft beer.
Craft beer. Now, you had a great section last year. It was roped off.
Yes. This year, it's throughout the entire show.
Show.
You are allowed to have
I can have a stout while wait.
Yes.
Let me guess who our breweries, right? But no, never mind. Perfect. Excellent. Looking forward to this. Please. It's okay if you bring a beverage around to the mayor while he's at his own place. It's just fine.
I'm not going to encourage that.
No, okay. And I probably shouldn't either. And if Stephanie, if you're watching, it was a joke. Right.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and Marcus is also helping us out with, we have a vendor social that evening. So if there are vendors listening, we are looking forward. It provides an opportunity a fun ribbon cutting that you will be attending, but also an opportunity for some vendor-to-vendor conversation, business-to-business conversation, which is
that's the other thing, Angela. In our community, we all think we all know each other. And in fact, through the Chamber of Commerce and the home builders and a bunch of other groups, we do tend to know who each other is. Well, we don't get to talk about their family or their pets or get to, kind of as friends. This is a great event for a whole weekend. And used to think, this should be a long time being out there for the whole weekend. And actually, you're kind of, no, I didn't get a chance to see everybody. Where was so-and-so's booth? And so I'm going to spend more time wandering around than just working the city booth.
I know. I never make it around the whole place. And I try, and as Angela knows, I try and go for established media, take pictures, share them out. So this year I'm going to try and get as many as I can on Friday and get them all done and out.
If you can get all done ahead of time, then you're really in good shape.
Right? So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be at my booth or the Downtown Development Board booth for several hours. So I can just be there. As I'm not chatting, I can be like,
we're right next door. I can slip over to the DDB.
Yeah, you can hop in and represent. Too, right? You're on the board. You're a director.
How many other booths could I work at this weekend?
We can find out. Get a picture of you at each booth. A different outfit for each booth.
I'm a little short in the front entrance.
Okay, well, I'm just going to dress like Waldo and just go, where's Joe? No.
We did have a question that came in about the new build that is going up at Elm and Centennial. And I chatted with some folks, and they said one of the most important things you can do is get information directly from the source. So go to the city website and check out all the information there.
There is an open meeting, a public meeting. You're, of course, invited to any public meeting we have and to give your input. Most of the people within, a number of meters of the site get notified. But we do a pretty good job of going on our website, going on social media and saying, there's a public meeting about this. This one is about housing in our community. So that we're pretty excited about whenever we can add housing to our community. And so we'd love you to, and certainly there'll be a number of people who would be not in my backyard issues on some of these things. And we'd like to hear from everybody. We don't make the decision on changing the zoning of an area till we've had the public meeting. And usually it's a couple weeks after that. We collect all the data, and then it comes back to council as whether the zoning is changing or not. So
right, and that's one of the questions that came in. They said, we feel as if it's a done deal already. We're having zoning meetings. It happens. Well, is it just a done deal?
Well, we have a public meeting to gather that information. But unless someone, it's not a done deal. We can still change, or we can't go forward without having the public meeting and collecting all this information to make it. After almost every public meeting, or the developer of the property is at the public meeting. I've never been at a public meeting where at some point during the meeting or afterwards, the developer said, you know what? I heard that. I'm going to change where this sidewalk goes. I'm going to change where this road goes. I'm going to do something because one of the neighbors had a better idea. So no, it's the place to get public input and gather the facts. We love it.
I know so it's good to be clear about that stuff too, that you have the public meetings, there is input, you do take that input into account.
I can only speak for the 8 years that this council's been together and I've been mayor. We've tried to be way more transparent of letting people know when things are happening, having public meetings. But you and I've talked about this, where we'll call a public meeting on something like transit and advertise the crap out of it, and 4 people will show up. And then we say, well, do we take the 4 opinions we got at that meeting?
Right, and that's where you have to be careful, because it's not necessarily indicative.
Right. Is that just loudest people, or is that...
Which makes your job a lot harder when you don't have as many people show up.
So we want to hear from you. And something like the home show, we'll certainly be taking your input. And we'll talk a lot about customer service, because you want to know the answer I'm going to use most times this weekend is, I'm going to check with customer service. When was the last time you reported this issue to them? And then what do I get? Oh, I really haven't. Yes. Well, that's why it's there. And it's a really great group, and they do a huge job.
So I didn't bring my mouse today. So I have to lean
gathering. Look I thought he was going right through the screen there. And from home, look out, you almost had Grayden in your house or at your desk at work. For those of you that are slacking off and watching Mayor's Update at your desk at work, way to go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Props.
You have the mayor's permission.
Yeah. We've got a shout out from Councillor Catherine DeRosier saying, looking forward to seeing you, Angela, at the home show.
Yes. Looking forward to that.
Awesome. All right. And then one of the other items that's going to be coming up is talking about swimming lessons. So there's the pool.
Well, it's not talking about swimming lessons. It's talking about zoning in our community. We have certainly a bylaw zoning that you can't have a business in your home outside of your house.
Right.
That's the bylaw. It's always been there.
And that's the key point that people don't understand.
Yeah, we've always had that. But it's almost all of our bylaws are enforced by complaint of neighbors, not because we go searching for things.
Right.
And so of late, some people have said that's not what they want next to their home. And so we're trying to find a compromise. So we've reinforced the business outside of home bylaw, right? And said, but we'll put in place something else called a temporary zoning bylaw to help some people grandfather from businesses they may have, right? For a short period of time, 1 year, 2 year, maybe even 3 years, but a temporary zoning change that doesn't attach to the house. So it's not the temporary zoning isn't sold with the house. It's not a condition of sale, and to try and make some things, certainly with communication and conversation with the neighbors, meant to meet some of what they're saying they'd like to see changed. That's why we have public meetings. At the end of it, we'll come up with whether or not a temporary zoning bylaw will go in place for that property or any other. And if it doesn't, we have an overriding bylaw that is, no, you can't have a business in your home.
Right.
That is outside of the house. Certainly if you have a, beauty salon in your basement, you can certainly do that.
Right. So it's outside the home. And that's the part that I needed clarification on because I wasn't sure about it. But that's where it comes in because there are a lot of people that run the businesses from their home. Excellent. Thank you.
That's why we do public meetings.
Yeah.
And we've already had one kind of on this issue, and we're having another one to try and set the standard now on a new policy called temporary zoning bylaws. We'll see if we actually do one or not. I mean, it can go anywhere from live with the overall bylaw, or let's get temporary zoning bylaws. And I would expect if we pass a temporary zoning bylaw, other community members will want one for their property, and we'll have to do some more of those too. So we want to set the precedent properly in the beginning.
Exactly. Now, from a home builder's perspective, is there anything else, Angela, you want to share before we jump into this massive list of community events that we've got here?
Well, I mean, I think that we covered some really serious stuff so far. So, I mean, I was looking forward to hearing all the fun things that are happening.
Guests. It's so good.
And I love having knowledgeable guests who come prepared and ready to talk about their event. But I love this event, so it's not hard to have Angela here as our friend this week. Right?
It's so good.
I mean, we get close to 4,000 or over 4,000 people walking throughout the weekend. And my booth alone, or Home Builders.
That's a lot of free hamburgers. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it is
we
lot
rather
of
love
burgers.
it. We love you to visit Wendy's after.
We, as the Home Builders, we're giving out a package of gift cards throughout St. Thomas, and gas cards, grocery, Briarwood, Bella Jacks.
So you win prizes too, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Is there like a ballot thing yet?
Absolutely. So we have our whistle stops throughout the show. So you look for the whistle stops and fill out the ballot, and you'll get a phone call and win.
So when our booths
prizes.
are really slow, you and I just sit there and fill out ballots.
Exactly.
I'm bringing a stamp.
A stamp? I love it. It's boom.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah,
that's right.
Events coming up that nobody knows anything about. The Employment Services Elgin Job Fair, Wednesday, April 15th, 1 to 5 p.m. at the Joe Thornton Community Center. Please register online, and there is many employers there looking for people who need to work.
And it's going to be...
This is a lot of events. We're going through all
Holy
of these.
cow.
Wow.
No, I may not get to them all, but I'll go fast. Kinsman Steak and Craft Beer Night, one of my favorites, at the Columbus Hall. Tickets are still available. That's Saturday, April 25th, 4 to 11. Fun. Indwell's St. Thomas Hope and Homes Dinner, April 30th, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Casel Station. Tickets are still available there. We've got lots of people already buying tables and seats, but we need you there to help fundraise some of the work we're doing at the Balaclava School. Euchre night, it caps off every Thursday night starting at 5:30. We don't go and play euchre at all. Yes, we do. The Spring Craft Show at the Masonic Center, Saturday, May 2nd, 10 to 3. Wear, share, and repeat, a community clothing swap, Saturday, May 2nd, 11 to 3 p.m. at the Public Library, just behind us here, not far from caps off too. So, in partnership with the Clean and Go Inc. and Wish You Would Wear. Mother's Day Shopping Market, Saturday, May 2nd, 11 to 3 at the St. Anne's Center. Fashion Show by Sherry, springtime in the atrium. Saturday, May 2nd. A lot of May 2nd stuff. Great. 1 to 3 p.m. at the St. Thomas-Elgin Hospital. Oh, Stephanie loves that one too. All right. From the Vines, 6th anniversary of From the Vines. I think I was there on day one. Yeah.
Amazing.
I was much younger, apparently 6 years younger.
And they've got a lot of stuff planned. I was just talking to Angela about it.
Yeah.
This morning. The Angela from the Vines.
So Saturday, May 9th. Saturday, May 9th is their 6th anniversary. Mother's Day is coming up here too, isn't it? In May. So we'll get to that.
Didn't we just do the Mother's Day brunch?
No, we did Easter brunch probably or something.
No, there was a Mother's Day brunch that we did.
Mother's Day is like
in May,
May 12th or something.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I can say. Anyway, one of the other ones of my favorites is the Pfeffer Derby, right? This year at the Joe Thornton Community Center, May 22nd, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Team sponsorships and medal sponsors are still available. If you want to be a great community, help sponsor the Pfeffer Derby that's going on. And I'm going to stop with that many because the rest of them we'll get next week.
I mean, we have to say this, though. Bloom, boom, bash.
Yeah. Well, the vendor market.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, Bloom, boom, bash, the vendor market,
Sounds
Saturday, May 30th at Pinafore Park. I think our friend is involved in that too. We'll see if Marcus comes on and says anything.
Oh, no, he said he's got to go. He can't stick around.
He's busy on Friday. He's got stuff. Yeah. All right. Any other questions here online we need to answer?
No, I'm not seeing any there. But really want to say thank you to you there. Angela. And thank you, Angela.
And come talk to all of us on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. We'll all be there most of the time. Please come and talk to us. You can leave with a whole craft bag full of stuff, but mostly you'll leave with business cards about the person who can do the work you need in your home, or the builder who might build your next new home, or all of those things.
Or the plumber that's going to be able to save your day.
Oh, that's right. Make friends with a plumber because nothing goes wrong at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And it goes wrong at night.
Right. And if we see Kim around the show,
Kim Gordon,
give her some kudos because this is a lot of work to put this together.
Yeah.
And
these shows don't come together without somebody leading like Kim and all of the other people. I know that you. I'm not going to ask you, did you break any nails or anything? But putting down the floor
tomorrow when we put the floor down, there will be some nails broken.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing. We think an ice rink, what a great place to hold an event.
Yeah.
But you've got to put down that floor over top of the ice, and it is not. And the only expert in town on how it goes down properly.
Right.
Yep.
Now,
because she's done it every year, and we keep getting other people to learn it.
But there are some repeat volunteers
right.
at MP Homes, Don West,
right.
Collier Homes.
Oh no, I know they all come
to help and get this done. Panel at Doug Terry Homes. They really are the ones. I have physically.
But how many of them come and just stand and lean? No.
Oh, absolutely none of them. I do run out, and I think I surprise every year the drive-through at Wendy's, and I
we have to make them. Right. Well, you've got a bunch of carts. Go ahead.
Yes.
Great.
No, we definitely feed our volunteers well.
Perfect.
That's for sure.
But it's a puzzle piece putting that floor down.
It is.
And we only do it once or twice a year at best.
Once a year until this year. This is the second.
Yeah, we did the CBC show night.
That's right.
Show and
yeah. So anyway, thank you all for joining an early mayor's update today. I know, Angela, you've got to run off to a board meeting.
I have a board meeting.
I have a council tonight, and which means the rest of my day is full of meetings. Are you slacking off now?
No, I'm shooting a beehive with Mike.
Okay, great.
Yeah, to get that ready for tomorrow.
Okay, great. We won't ask you where you're going. It'll give away.
Yeah, we've got a really special beehive for you guys. Check it out tomorrow.
I'll be ready.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, folks.
All right.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks
again for joining us. I'm going to lean in nice and close again. And that's all.